Do any of these makeup mistakes feel at all familiar? That is way too much. I brought my eyeshadow way too far up on this eye. Now my blush and bronzer is super patchy. This wing isn't even a wing. I really messed it up. We've all done it. I think it happens all the time. In today's video I'm showing 5 really common makeup mistakes and how to easily fix them. So you don't need to worry. You haven't got to restart your whole makeup if something goes wrong. These are the ones that happen to me quite a lot, and I just wanted to share some really easy fixes. I'm going to purposely make these mistakes today and show you how to easily fix them. So let's get into today's video. Okay, common mistake number 1 is applying too much cream bronzer and cream blush by accident. It's way too much. So if you do feel like you have applied too much, the key is to start pressing this in first so you can kind of gauge how much extra you've applied really. Start to tap it in rather than spread it around, because we still want to keep this in its own space. We don't want to start spreading it all around our skin. You can wipe off your brush on a towel, or sometimes I just do it on the hand just to get rid of any of the excess, and then go back in and start stippling again. A little bit of the excess will start to kind of reabsorb into your brush, so it's going to take off any excess product. So again, when you've done a little bit more, wipe it off, hand tissue, and again just keep stippling this in. What I usually do is kind of stipple until I feel like I can't really do any more, and you can see it's quite heavy definitely here, and I've definitely brought it down a little bit too far as well. So next I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge. So I've applied my foundation with this. Hasn't really got any excess product on, but it's still a little bit damp. This is going to help blend and kind of diffuse the cream a little bit more. So I'm going to really press it into the skin, and just look how nicely that has helped diffuse it. So again, I'm going to go over this side. Find a damp beauty blender. Works so well for so many mistakes, and that is partly the reason why I always use a beauty blender at some point during my makeup routine. With blush, I do feel like you can get away with applying too much, because I always apply a little bit too much blush at the minute. But again, start to blend it in. Again, stipple rather than sweep around. Start to just press it where you want it, and then again, tissue or your hand, just to get rid of any excess so you're not reapplying any product that's been absorbed into the brush. And then press, and just keep on pressing. Beauty blender, press over the top. See how it just kind of melts in and just diffuses straight away without having to kind of start all over again. It's really easy. It takes 2 minutes to just diffuse and take away any excess. Yeah, that's tip number 1. Okay, common mistake number 2 is when it comes to eyeshadow. This happens to me quite a lot, and I also notice this when I'm teaching others in lessons as well, and that is when you've pretty much finished your eyeshadow and maybe you've blended one eye up a little bit too much, or you've applied a little bit more eyeshadow than the other eye. I brought my eyeshadow way too far up on this eye, and I've applied a little bit more as well, so I really need to even it out. At this point you don't need to panic. We haven't got to start eyeshadow all over again. It's really easy to correct. The first thing I'm going to pick up is a clean brush. This isn't what I've applied my eyeshadow with. I've used this one today. This hasn't got any eyeshadow on at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start to buff over the edge. Now the more that you blend your eyeshadow, the more it kind of blends it and disperses it away. So I'm going to blend over the edge because I have brought it up a little bit too far and I've applied a little bit too much at the top here. So to bring that down, I'm going to keep on buffing over the edge until it kind of buffs it away as much as I can. If you still feel like it's a little bit too high, another trick that you can do, which I use quite often, is using a compact powder. This is just a translucent face setting powder. Take a little bit of this. This will also help buff away any excess as well. So I mainly do this above my brow bone so I can buff away as much as possible, because I do like to keep my brow bone like bare underneath, so it's just like a little pop of highlight. Okay, so you can see now they're both super even. There's no patchiness, there's no extra eyeshadow on one than the other. If you wanted to, you could even add a little bit more to one eye to completely even it out, but I think I'm fine. But that's just a really easy way without having to think you've got to redo your whole eyeshadow. I think that took maybe 2 minutes and we're good to go. Okay, number 3 is when it comes to your bronzer and your blusher. A bit similar to eyeshadows, this one, and that is patchy bronzer and patchy blush. Now my blush and bronzer is super patchy, need to fix it. This side I'm really happy with. This is how I would like it to look. This I've applied a little bit too much and I haven't blended it properly. Just like eyeshadow, I'm not going to go in with my brush that I've used to apply it. I'm going to go in with a clean one. This is semi-clean. I think this has only got setting powder on, so we should be fine. I'm going to dust over the top really, really quickly and like flicking motions upwards. I don't want to start spreading this around. Again, like we did with our creams, you want it in the same areas. However, powders are a little bit more mischievous and they're a little bit harder to kind of dust away, especially a face powder. I don't want to start blending this anywhere that it doesn't need to be because it's going to be even harder to remove then. So I do like flicking motions upwards just to try and blend this in as much as I can. Now that bronzer is looking a hell of a lot better than it did, but we still can do a little bit more. So my next step, if you feel like you need to dust a bit more away, exactly what we did with the eyeshadow, use a bit of translucent powder and just give this a buff over the top, and this will soften it a little bit as well. And these tricks literally take like 2 minutes, but they make such a huge difference. Sometimes you make a little mistake and it looks more of a mistake than it actually is. It's so easy to rectify. And just look at that, how nicely that has buffed in. But again, it literally takes just a couple of minutes and now we're evened out and we're all blended. Tip number 4, how to rectify your wonky eyeliner. Now this happens to me more than I would like, and when I do a wing, they are so hard to get even. I think a winged eyeliner is probably one of the hardest things to do with makeup, whether you're using a gel liner, a liquid liner, whatever. It's always really hard to get them exactly the same. So instead of just keeping on layering your winged eyeliner and then your wing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, which is what I used to do, I'm going to share how I make them even. This wing I'm quite happy with. This wing isn't even a wing, I really messed it up. It's got kind of 2 wings to it, so we need to fix it. So the first thing is, whatever you've used, a liquid or a gel or a pencil, just let it all dry down first. So forget anything bad's even happened, just forget the mistakes even there for now. Carry on doing something else while it completely dries down. If you start trying to wipe things away and you've already got your foundation on underneath, that's when things are gonna get worse. And we just want a quick, easy fix. I'm taking a little bit of foundation. I've put a tiny bit on a palette. You can use a concealer as well, but I'm using my foundation just so it's not like too brightening underneath. And I'm taking a thin brush. You can use an angled brush, you can use a flat brush, as long as it's got a really thin end to it, a nice precise end, any brush will do. All I'm going to do is take a little bit of that foundation on my brush and I'm going to use this to sharpen up my line. It really is that easy. Little bit of a steady hand. Before I go back in with a second dip, I'll wipe off any of the excess, because sometimes you can have a little bit of liner mixed in with this and you don't want to start mixing the liner with the foundation, so wipe it off. Again, you've got your tissue there if you need it. Go back in with a second swipe just to make sure that you're happy with the shape of your wing. Now if you like a really sharp like outer eye, you can leave that visible line there. If you don't like that look, just take your finger and just tap over the edge so you can't see where it starts or finishes. You can also, if you want to, just go back in with a bit of setting powder and just set that back in place if you've done all your other setting of your face makeup. That just finishes it off. But yeah, I love a winged eyeliner and I love it when it goes right first time, but it doesn't always work that way. So now we can get perfect eyeliner every time with that tip. So final common mistake, I'm applying mascara, and I think we all know what is going to happen with this. We've all done it. I think it happens all the time, and honestly that used to send me into a rage. However, there is a way to fix this that isn't going to ruin our whole makeup and isn't going to put us an hour behind getting ready. Again, we've just got to sit and just pretend that this didn't happen for a while. Go do your hair. Just do your hair and just forget that it's even there. Wait till it's completely dry. Wait as long as possible, because mascara takes longer than you think sometimes to dry. So once it's completely dry, do not go in with a wet wipe or anything like that. You want a spoolie. Everyone should have a few of these in their makeup kit because they come so handy for so many different things. This is completely clean. It's got absolutely nothing on it, so a clean one with no product on. We're going to really start slowly at the very tip of the spoolie. I've just literally broken mine. I'm going to use the very end of the spoolie and I'm going to start scraping over the top. Now again, after I've done a couple of scrapes, I'm rubbing it off on the back of my hand. I don't know whether you can see that it's coming off onto my hand. So you don't want to be reapplying that onto your skin. So little bits at a time. It might smudge a little bit, but it's okay. Keep going in. It's a tedious process. This tip probably takes the longest. However, patience is key with this one, guys. Patience is key. Again, really little scrapes. We're not spreading it all around. I've scraped off as much as I can scrape off. Now I'm going to go in with a Q-tip / earbud, as we call them, and it's got micellar water on the tip of it. Now I'm using this rather than a wipe or anything because that's just going to wipe it around the face, which we don't want. So I'm going to take the very tip of the spoolie and I'm going to do that kind of motion but on my skin, so it's kind of wiping but it's not moving it about. So literally just pressing it on and turning the Q-tip. So I've got the last bit of the mascara off. I'm going to dab it dry. That way it's not getting too wet. It's just a tiny little bit something just to lift off the rest of the mascara. Then I'm going to take the tiniest bit of foundation on my beauty sponge. And I'm just going to literally press this over the edge. Now you shouldn't get any separation. It should just blend like straight away. And you're not even going to notice that anything's even happened because it's such a small area. And I'm just going to set that with a little bit of my powder again. It's translucent, so it's just going to blend straight in. And there we go, guys. You can't even tell. You cannot even tell. If you want to go back over with your bronzers and stuff that you've used over your nose, then you can do. But there we go. No smudges inside. Those are my 5 common makeup mistakes and how to fix them. I really hope you did find this video helpful because I love things like this, and mistakes happen all the time with makeup. There's no right or wrong way to apply it. Something will always crop up to test your patience. It does with me all the time, and I think with things like this it just shows how easy it is to just fix anything when it comes to makeup. So I really hope you did enjoy today's video. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!